This is the first video in the Minecraft mod showcase series that I'm going to be making. As you can see, I've got a new skin and a cape. I love my cape. But what I'm going to be showing you today is the shapeshifter mod. I found this one to be very good because you've just got these 3 items that you can use. The first one is the shape-shifting bone. What you do is to change your mob, you hold the shape-shifting bone and you quickly right click and it changes your mob to a random mob. So as you can see, I'm just changing my mob between random mobs. But if you also want to control what mob you change into, you can use the original shape-shifting rod. And you right click and it comes up with this list of all the mobs on the game. So you can just change yourself to any one you want and you've still got control over it. Now this one is the shape-shifting ability bone. Now for this I built a giant wall to show you the abilities. I'm going to go through the abilities one by one. Some of them don't have abilities yet, because the mod is still in progress. So some of them don't have abilities, like the bat doesn't have an ability. So I'm going to go through them all. Now, as you can see from the little icon near my hotbar and the noises, this is the Ender Dragon. And the Ender Dragon's special ability, I better move back a bit, is it shoots fireballs. So I can just right click with this ability bone and it will shoot a fireball. As you can see, that was pretty destructive and I probably shouldn't have made this out of wood because it will burn down. So I better show you the others quickly. But the next one is the Wither. This one is still a in progress mob because it's only just been added with the 1.4 update, but it doesn't have any abilities yet. It just looks cool and it can fly. But the next mob is the Player. Now this one does have a special ability. This is just your normal character, but when you right click the ability bone, that's messed up. Right. When you right click the ability bone, you can see in the text it says Herobrine activated. And as you can see, my skin has now changed to Herobrine. It doesn't have any like special abilities as Herobrine, it just changes your skin, and when you're on servers, if you use it, it will change your name as well to Herobrine written in red. So people will think you're Herobrine. It's really funny. I tried out on a server. So yeah, and then you can just right click it again to change back. The next mob is the Pig. The Pig is pretty cool. It's a pig, basically. You're only 1 block tall, so if I dig a little tunnel here, it can fit through a 1 block tunnel. Because pigs, obviously, only 1 block tall, so it can go through little tunnels that you can't normally get through. Next one is, I forgot to show you the ability for the pig. Okay, the pig's ability is pretty cool. It throws cooked pork chops, so you can just spam it and you've got like loads of cooked pork. Okay. The next one is the sheep. You're not exactly 1 block tall anymore, you're about 1.5 blocks tall. So if I was to try and go through this tunnel as the sheep, I just wouldn't fit. Because I'm 1.5 blocks tall now, not just 1. So I'd need a 2 block door to go through, if I wanted to. And as you can see, this sheep is a blue sheep. Every time you choose the sheep, it will change to a different colour sheep. And its special ability will be to throw the wool from the particular colour sheep it is. So that's pretty cool if you need wool. The next one is the chicken. The chicken sort of has two abilities, but only one of them comes from the shape-shifting ability bow. The first one throws eggs, but also, if I just fly up quickly because I'm in creative, and I'm going to F5 because it's easy to see. If I then, like, you can see its wings sort of moving. But Minecraft's messing up. Come on. Drop. Oh well. But it doesn't take any fall damage is what I was trying to show you then. It just glides down majestically, madly majestically. And just glides down to the floor. And you don't take any fall damage with this one. And it goes like... Now the next one is the ghast, and this one, simply put, you turn to a ghast. When you left click with the ghast, it opens its eyes like it's about to shoot a fireball, but when you right click with the ghast, it actually shoots a fireball. And we have just blown something up. We have just blown up over there. I was meant to show you on the wall, but yeah, look. It just blows up what's there. It doesn't blow it up as much as the Ender Dragon would, but that's because the ghast obviously isn't as strong as the Ender Dragon. But it still does quite a bit of damage if I shoot one over there. They have very good range as well, which is very good. Next one is the spider. Now the spider is cool, and I'm glad there's some of my wall left, but when you right click with the ability button, it just spins a web, because that's what spiders do. But also, you have a 50% chance of spawning as a normal spider, and a 50% chance of spawning as a midget cave spider. And I'm not offensive to midgets, but you can also climb up walls. You just run up to a wall and it automatically just climbs the wall. Okay? The next mob is the cow. And each of these mobs have their own sound effects in your real game. So when you are this mob, it actually seems as if you are actually this mob because you have all their sound effects and everything. But like the pig, the cow's special ability is to throw cooked meat. So this one throws cooked steak. The next mob is like the mushroom, like the cow, but it's the mushroom cow. And like the cow, it throws items when you use its special ability, but this time it throws random brown and coloured mushrooms. So yeah. Then the next mob is the wolf. Now the wolf is really cool. I'm going to have to be careful not to lose this area with the wolf, because it's once again 1 block tall, so it can go through my little tunnel. If I can get into it. There we go. It can go through the little 1 block tall tunnel. But also, when I activate its special ability, it says ludicrous speed activated. And that makes you loads faster. And I'm already over here. But yeah, you are loads faster than your normal player, but then when you deactivate it, you're just normal walking speed again. Next mob's the ocelot. Now I don't like the ocelot, but you might, because you might be a cat sort of person. But its special ability is it spawns a little baby ocelot, which then follow you around when you are the ocelot. Silverfish is the next mob. That's the only special ability of that is making a really annoying sound when you activate it. But then there's this ugly creature, which after this mod showcase I'm going to murder because I want Skydance Minecraft to be proud of me. But as you can see, its special ability is it drops in sacks. It just sits there. It has no other purpose than messing up your world with ink sacks. Okay, the next mob is the creeper. This is my personal favourite. So time to do it. This is my personal favourite, the creeper. As you can see, you are a creeper. And you can probably guess what the special ability is when you use the ability bone. Right click the ability bone and it blows up. So, yeah. That will kill nearly anything. But the next one's the Enderman. You can probably guess from it being an Enderman what its special ability is. And it is teleportation. That you can use. Like that. You just right click and you teleport. The next mob's the snowman. Now the snowman, as it is a snowman, it leaves a trail of snow behind it, but its special ability, probably guessed it already, are snowballs. This place is getting a mess. Right, the next one's the skeleton. As you can see, it makes that really cool skeleton sound. And if you don't love that sound, then you must be like a mad skeleton hater. But its ability is it shoots an arrow, and it's actually a pretty strong shot from an arrow, and it's pretty accurate. Look, I've just shot them shots. They're very accurate onto the wall. But the only problem is you can't pick the arrows up. So that's sort of a down part. Next mob is the witch. Now the witch's special ability is it throws a potion of instant damage, like a witch would if you found one. And it always throws instant damage. If I could do one thing to this witch to make it better, it would be that it threw random potions that were bad, like maybe instant damage, poison, slowness, different ones each time. But the next one's the blaze. I don't really like the blaze because whenever you stood still, all of the smoke just gets in its face. But once again, like the gas and that, it can shoot fireballs. Pretty strong, but it also leaves a nasty fire area afterwards. Next mob is the zombie, and I think we have actually come to the end of this now. There's not many more, unfortunately. But the ability of the zombie is, if I go into third person like this, when I right click the ability, I change to a zombie pigman. And then back to a zombie pigman. And you can just spam that if you want. They don't have special abilities themselves, which would be cool if it did, but it does have the ability to switch between a zombie and a zombie pigman. So that's pretty cool. Now we're on to the slimes now. The slimes do not yet have any special abilities, but when you jump, it makes a really cool slime noise and leaves the little bits of slime balls flying off, which is really cool. And it's the same with the magma slime. It doesn't yet have an ability, but it still makes the noise and that, which is really cool. Then there's the villager. This also doesn't have an ability yet, but there are updates coming soon because this isn't a finished mod yet. So when it gets to, say, 1.5, this mod might update and it might have like loads of different abilities, be completely finished. But the villager just stands there and does nothing really. It's just for looks, to trick people. Then there's the iron golem. The iron golem also doesn't have any abilities yet. What would be cool is if your ability would be it punching the ground and it exploded maybe. But yeah, that's the iron golem. And also he's 3 blocks tall, so he can't fit through your regular sized doorways. If I just make a 2 block tall one now, he cannot fit through them because he's 3 blocks tall. Now this one is a pretty cool one. It still doesn't have any abilities, but it is the bat. It's really cool because you can just fly around, you're pretty fast, and you can just annoy people with it, so it's cool. And then we're back to the Ender Dragon again, and since we've still got all this area, I figured I'd show you the Ender Dragon blowing a load of stuff up. But yeah, that is how madly overpowered the Ender Dragon is. You can literally shoot down anything that you want, and it's fairly accurate. Not exactly accurate, it's very powerful. But yeah, this is probably my second favourite. My favourite has to be the creeper. But the creeper's just a creeper and it looks really cool. So I would like to end that video here. If you liked what you saw, subscribe.